You already know what time it is. It's Friday. It's Karen L. It's Say It Loud. And it's time for some fuckery. So you know what to do, right? Go get your wine and your wine glasses. Go get your Henny and your shot glasses. Go get your Ciroc and whatever you choose to chase it with. And for those of you that are like, I'm not fucking with you tonight, Karen, go get your chamomile tea. But make sure you get it in one of them Say It Loud mugs. Come back, relax, because it's time for Say It Loud and Karen L. You already know how we do. It's my favorite time of the week, y'all. It's Friday. You know what that means, right? It's Friday fuckery. If you are not following me on Instagram, you are missing the fuckery. You really are. So make sure you get there. I am Karen L. or Say It Loud. It's just Friday all day. I bring the fuckery because you know what? It's Friday and why not? That's what we do. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been listening and sharing energy with us. Say It Loud is growing. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. We got an interview that we actually recorded today live. So if you were on the live on Inkitana's Facebook, or if you were on my live for Instagram, you were able to see the live recording of the actual interview, which was dope. Our time was limited. I'm really sorry I couldn't spend more time with Inkitana, but he will be back. I promise you that. When the album drops, and we'll try to kick it with him, and I'll get all the ladies a little bit of get your questions answered, because I know they was coming in after y'all seen them. I know it, y'all heathens. But I know how to pick them. So I feel you, ladies. I feel you. So let's get into the interview. It was a live interview, so if you hear, thank you for the energy. So if you hear us laughing and giggling and all that kind of stuff, we did that live with the people, and we had messages coming in and people watching, and that was really a cool experience. So I'm going to try to get the video up for everybody so that you can see it. Let's get into it. So this is another episode of Say It Loud. Thank you all for listening. We're streaming everywhere, right? So we're on iHeart, we're on Apple, we're on Google, we're on Spotify, we're on, you name it, Google, Say It Loud, and I got you covered. So we're streaming on all platforms. Today we're chopping it up with Intikana. I heard Intikana spit not once but twice, and I was like, oh my God, I need to get this person on the show. This is exactly the sound that I love, that my listeners love. So I was like, come chop it up with me. Let's talk about it. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me on the show. It's definitely an honor. And, when it comes to music or writing, art, for me, it's all about expression and being able to let out anything you're feeling or anything you're thinking about, sharing how you view the world. And I started early on with drawing. I loved art, and I would look at be it comic books or different kind of visual elements that I like, paintings. I would go to museums. Even when I was young, I liked just that kind of stuff. And I would paint, I would draw, I would use different kind of utensils to kind of express myself. And then I would say, I remember when I was 7 years old, about 7 or 8. My father got arrested and locked up, and when he got locked up, it was just, obviously I missed him a lot. He was gone for many years, and there was a whole bunch of stuff with that, but we used to write each other letters back and forth a lot. And since I was so young, I really wanted to learn how to express myself better and learn how to spell, learn how to read, learn how to communicate with my dad. So in that process, I just got really good at writing, to the point that even in class, I was ahead in writing because it was just something I was personally passionate about. By the time I was 12, I would say my grandfather passed away, and that deeply affected me. And that's when I first wrote my first rhyme. He was in the hospital. It was like a moment where he couldn't recognize me anymore. He had diabetes, and he was sick. So it was kind of it was just a moment that I had. And I remember just going away feeling really down in the hospital. And I just pulled out a notebook, put on my headphones, put on a beat. I didn't know what I was doing. I just started writing. I was going to
ask you that.
Yeah, I just put on the beat and started writing. And it was so therapeutic. It was so therapeutic that it helped a lot. And from there, it started with battles because I would battle rap a lot through high school. So all of my high school was like battle stuff. And then after I graduated from high school, I learned more about poetry and spoken word. So I started even competing, doing local, regional, national poetry slams and touring. It was my first experience touring. And then after poetry, I learned about theater, and I really wanted to get involved in theater. So I started bringing in the elements of theater and having an audience sit down and really listen to what's being said. And I had started with a camera in high school, but someone brought to my attention the need for me to document everything I was doing. So I started doing that, and film became a major medium for me to really capture my process and progress, but also like another method of expressing myself. It became another weapon of mine that I've been able to use to film my own videos, to speak out against things, to capture things and show proof or evidence of whatever I'm talking about. And now I combine all these elements of hip hop, poetry, and other forms of music too, because I love listening to other genres. So, in a small package, I would just say that my creativity has been greatly impacted by different, various inspirations, but all based in being myself, speaking my mind, sharing about things that I'm going through, and sharing how I see the world.
Well, I think this is the perfect place for you then, because while you were talking, I was listening and I was like, oh my God, that's me. Oh my God, that's me. I feel the same way about, so the reason my podcast is named Saith is because saith means to say something in the third person, right? So we don't speak like that now, but years ago they used to be like, so say you, right? Saith. So it means to say something in the third person. And then loud is because I feel like if you have something to say, you might as well say it loud enough that everybody could hear. And so I had a similar path in that I love every form of art, whether it be music or photography or graffiti or, I could listen to a country song and be like, that's dope, let's remix it. Or fashion. I just love that self-expression. And so my dream with Say It Loud is that people have a platform and a voice to say whatever they need to say, but not necessarily with their tongue, and so that's the vision. But so I feel like this is the perfect platform for you.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, I know everybody's listening to the podcast like, really? Well, what's he gonna say? So I think, you could give them a little fire. Enough fire that they come back. How does your music come across? How do you feel your music comes across?
That's an interesting question. I feel like with my music, I've had various stages in terms of how I've gone about expressing my lyrics and my songs and my concepts and everything. And I feel like early on it was, super wild, crazy. Like my early songs when I was like really young, but I was just expressing a bunch of stuff. But I felt like when the poetry got more and more involved, it just opened doors for me to express myself a certain way, and then bringing that into the music, just having more poetic value. But I feel like my music connects on social politics. It connects on history, identity, talking about where we come from, indigenous roots, black roots, African even before African was even a word, the motherland, the earth, like studying history of the world and international global peoples and seeing how the world evolved. And those studies inform my music. I like to have my music based on like my real experiences and things that I go through in my own storytelling and those around me, but also things even beyond me, in other places maybe I've never been or places I've actually traveled
and
to.
That's what I loved about listening to you is that I felt like I wasn't just listening to someone just spew things out of their mouth. They weren't just speaking for the sake of speaking, but it was actually, and I think this is the value for me, when I listen to someone, and what I find most impressive is when they're actually telling a story and they're weaving through that story and they're bringing you through that story with them, with the passion, with the way they outline it, with the way they put the punchlines in there, but also educating you on something. So you're not just listening for the sake of listening, but you're actually learning something while you're listening. and you can almost visualize it. I think for me, those are the people that I gravitate to, because I'm like, all right, here's a real storyteller telling me a story, and not only am I listening to it, but I'm feeling it and absorbing it and walking away from it with something, you know. And some days you listen to it and you're like, damn, did you hear that? Let me run that back again. And then other days you feel good, or other days you feel bad, and that's okay, because the music and the lyrics and the journey that they took you through was supposed to make you feel that way.
Yeah.
You know, whether it enlightens you, whether it's conscious, whether it's not conscious, reflective, or just somebody going through something where you're like, damn, you know what I mean? Let me go check on my cousin. Let me go check on my nephew. Let me go check on somebody else that might be in this type of situation. And I think also as an art and as an artist, we need to understand that art looks different, you know. And for you, it's kind of dope because you marry the two together, right? Some people stay in the A lane, some people stay in the B lane, but it's kind of dope when somebody can weave in between the lanes and kind of marry that together, and you're like, oh snap, like here's somebody who's like telling this story, and I'm like, bet, like I'm with you on it, you know. So I think for me, that's the most impressive. When I hear you, I'm like, wow, you know, and I'm engaged with the sound, but I'm also engaged with the story. Right, because a lot of time with hip hop music today, with poetry, we're engaging with the sound of it, but we're not engaging with the story. But when the story is something that you're like, whoa, and then they put it on that music, you're like, it just takes it to a whole nother level. And I think for me, like that's really impressive.
That's what's up. That's
really what's impressive. But they don't know that, so they don't know that. So you need to give them some of that, so they know what I'm talking about.
All right, so you want me to do something right now?
I want you to do something right now.
All right. So we can do something right now. So, well, you could play beats on your show that's not, you know, like it's...
Yeah.
Right. So this beat ain't mine, but I'm going to use this beat. My students like this beat, so I'm going to do this. This is from a song I wrote, and yeah, I guess I'm just going to do it before my phone dies. All right. And you can hear it good like that? That's fine?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, shout outs to all the listeners on Say It Loud. Yeah, it's Intikana with Karen. You know what's up. Alright. Yo. Christopher Columbus wasn't the one who discovered us. Africans were here before Italy knew who Vespucci was. Before a Sanskrit symbol became a swastika. Before prophets in the Torah wore a yarmulke. Prior to messiahs from Nazareth becoming popular. Prior to the Mayans designing the mighty calendar. Yeah, before Hannibal taught Spain what's a conqueror. Before virtues were learned during the month of Ramadan. I never hold me down, but rather hold me up. Homie, you don't know the God I be, I hold my own. To the day fire cremates my skin and bones, I'ma donate blood, sweat, and tears to the microphone. They say this journey of life is a lonely road, but the greatest lesson I learned was show your homies love. Even though I'm a loner, all we got is us. I'm trying to find my way home, but I guess that's what karma does. And for the record, I ain't Spanish just because I speak it. I ain't Hispanic, Latino, or even Puerto Rican. My family's from La Isla de Borinquen, soy Boricua. Puerto Rican is a mixed breed, I just can't conceive it. If anything, I'm New Eurekan, and I truly mean that. And I seek to raise consciousness every time I speak it. So tell me, why is it fact that's measured by consensus? I don't have it in me just to satisfy your senses. Latino is geographical, they want to summarize us, but Latin is the dead language of the colonizers. In fact, it was the language Columbus wrote inside his journal via the Middle Passage on his way to colonizers. Police brutality isn't new, they just modernized it, marginalizing the youth through false advertising. Words have roots, so study your etymology. Egyptian ideology stolen by Greek philosophy, mythology, embodying origins of our ancestors. Plagiarized characters and confiscated passages. Amongst tribes, we traded our arts and sciences. Astronomy, astrology, mathematics, and anthropology. Knowledge is empowering, especially when you share it, but when foreigners take advantage, they declare ownership. Nazi Germany's reoccurring in America. The SB 1070 law was just a glimpse of it. Might as well prepare to wear your Star David on your chest, on your sleeve, on your neck, at your job, on your desk. Every state is gonna wanna follow suit, but history shows us how people on the bottom do. We live in a society that's based on hierarchy, a governmental oligarchy scared of anarchy. That's why they start panicking when we're demanding things. Among many things, our cultures they're eradicating. First they stole our trust, then they took our homes, made us dig for gold, stole our precious stones, destroyed our libraries, temples, and rewrote our poems. They control our minds, now they want our souls. We're in transition, or rather transformation. Our souls be infinite like the shape of Saturn's rings. They can never take it. If the mind's a weapon, lock and load your brain with intangible ammunition. You have the right to be armed, struggle is never ending. The 1960s passed the baton and now it's ours. A little something for Say It Loud.
I told y'all. Y'all don't even know about this yet. Y'all don't know about this yet. To the ladies that are hitting on my friends, knock it off.
Hey, what up? Add me at Intikana. What's good?
Can we do that? What? Where can they find you, man? Where can they find you?
They could find me anywhere on social media. Just go at Intikana, Intikana. Intikana means instrument of the sun. It's a native Quechua word. And basically, you can go to my social media on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media platforms. You can also go to intikana.net, which is my website. You can watch my videos. You can download my music. I got new projects coming soon. I just released the album last year. I'm going to release another album, I would say, within a month or so. God willing. But I got another album just about ready. We're in the studio. So, yeah, come hit me up. Say what's up. Exotic, what is that? Exotic hairdos? Yeah. What up?
She's in love.
How you doing?
So really quickly, because we going live now, but see the live, look.
Yeah, it was good, y'all.
They loving you, Intikana. They loving you. So I didn't drop I know we're going live here and here. Like, we got mics everywhere. But just for all you people that are on live right now, I didn't drop an episode because I knew I was meeting with Intikana today. And honestly, when we started thinking and we started talking and I heard him spit the other day, I was like, yo, I'm not. I told you this today. I was like, I'm not dropping the show. Like, I know what I want. And I know what I heard. And I was like, I got to get you on the show. And then when I spoke to him today, I was like, nah, we not. He's going to do my drops for me. But I was like, before we do these drops, you gotta come on the show and you gotta hear this man. She said, Karen, send me his Instagram. Hey. But like, you gotta hear this man because it's not just about the music and the lyrics, but it's about the whole vision and the journey when you listen to the music. And I wanted to share that because that's something that I feel when I listen to artists. And I have a passion for spoken word. I have a passion for writing. And you actually made me feel like, all right, I need to go get my notebook out and I need to start writing. And I actually did a spoken word piece, but I didn't drop it because I was like, this is depressing. But nonetheless,
sometimes you got to get that out.
I was like, nonetheless, like I felt like I was inspired. You know what I mean? To be able to like put some words on a paper and put it together. So, you want
one more before we go?
Yeah. Let's do one more. What we got over here?
Hey, it was
Intikana
good.
kills the freestyles.
Reyes del Bajo Mundo. What up, Babo? What up?
Post his IGK. So I got y'all. Intikana is actually gonna be on this episode. So if you're on Say It Loud and you following us on any of our platforms, he's gonna be on the next episode coming up. I'm gonna drop it by the end of the night tonight. We're gonna record a little bit more, so we'll get the freestyles, we'll get some lyrics, we'll get the link to his website. It's gonna be on my website. His Instagram, I will make sure, ladies, that I post. Are you married? You know it's gonna get crazy when I interview you too. Are you married? Are you single? Because they about to come. They're about to eat you alive. Now look at this. I got 60% male listeners and 40% female. And look who looking at. Look at this. This is all chicks right now. It's all chicks right now. Look at this.
No, shout outs to everybody.
What? Y'all heifers ain't shit. You know what? Because usually it's the dudes on my show. Now look. So yeah, all of his IG will be up. His website will be up. Everything's gonna be up. The album's dropping in the next month or so. When it drops, he'll let me know. I'll let y'all know. And then you can also go to my website. I'll have his link up there. But you guys gotta listen to this. You want to do one more before we run out of time?
Yeah. So to everybody that's on my Facebook, I'm gonna finish this because I gotta get the beat from my phone. But shout outs to y'all for listening. Stay tuned to Say It Loud. Where can they find you?
Say It Loud. You can go to www.sayitloud.com. So you can do that. We're also on iTunes, iHeart, Google, Spotify, wherever you streaming, we there. The only thing I'm not on is Pandora, and I got y'all. My paperwork's in.
So the new episode is coming.
This new episode is gonna drop by midnight tonight.
Woo!
So you're gonna have them all to yourselves. You can put it on rewind and tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's do one more before we gotta go.
One more. Shout outs to everybody.
One more before we gotta go.
All right. So
Intikana, they loving you.
That's what's up. All right. I like to hear that.
Look at this. Don't y'all got jobs? It's the middle of the day.
So I had an album that I put out last year, which was very important to me. It actually was a project that I spent 5 years working on. And I finally released it last year. It's called Alkaline Venom. It's an album. The producer I work with, his name is Zen Medina from Queens. Really dope artist as well. And he really worked with me one-on-one. We have also feature production by Breakby Lou, who's a pioneer producer, as well as we have Murder Mook on the album, if y'all familiar with battle rap. We got Stick of Dead Prayers on the album. We got a legendary Ikea Becca who just passed away in November. I can't believe he passed away. But shout outs to Ikea Becca, Vaughn Benjamin, roots reggae artist, super dope. Maya Azucena, great friend of mine. She's actually a Grammy Award winner, artist, super ill. Mireya Ramos, who played violin on one of the tracks.
Oh, wow, that's dope.
Yeah, she's super dope. She actually won a Latin Grammy, or was nominated for a Latin Grammy. And who else we got? We got Chris Rivers from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? BX, you know what I'm saying? Keith Murray is on the album.
I love Keith Murray.
And this track that I'm doing the track that I do with Keith Murray. I'm just doing my part. But it's called Knock Knock. If any of you like it, just go to YouTube, look up my YouTube channel, Intikana TV, and it's one of my videos. It's called Knock Knock. All right, here we go. So, rewind. You know how to
rewind and come again. Come again, selector.
All right, here we go. I don't know what happened there. It must have been too much. All right. This, that, knock, knock, who is it? Hey yo, never will I give up. The fence with my chin tucked, breaking down the doors, dog, going for the big pups, free 'em on the island. Look at how they took us, no diamonds on my neck, nah, just diamond push-ups. 50 in the clip, yup, inspiration pusher, 5-0 in the bushes. They don't give us books, they book us, yeah, the po's crooked, but y'all already knew that. Crews clash with they bootstrap when the news flash. I'ma cruise past cause they bragging lack substance. Seinfeld flow cause they yapping about nothing. Shout outs to my haters and the racist Kramers. All the agents in the undercovers bottling the anger. Alkaline venom, more styles like mine dead 'em. 1,000 fly lines and miles of rhyme heaven. Breaking their bones, I'm taking them out. Claiming the throne, they playing around. Been patient, I'm just thinking aloud. Meditating on changing the route. Making paper in major amounts. Checking savings and banking accounts. Raising the credit, then making the edit. Dead in the debt, debit the rest. Set up the chest, shut up and just pull up a desk. Earn success, aiming the scalps, laying them down. Taking the crown, learn from the best with a pen in the pad. I'm like Piff in the bag. Quarter brick, full pound, 4/5 with the mag. Fully loaded semi-automatic lyrics that zag and leave right across your chest like the Dominican flag. Knock, knock, who is it? This, that, knock, knock, who is it? This, that, knock, knock, who is it? This, that, knock, knock, who is it?
Yo, no more. Don't give him no more.
Yeah,
Don't
no more.
Don't give him no more.
Don't give him no more.
Don't give him no more. Don't give him no more. Look. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. Yeah. Y'all gotta go to his website. Go to the Instagram. Look, they loving it.
Yeah.
Podcast with Intikana gonna drop tonight. Y'all gonna have that.
Add me, follow me on Instagram.
Tell them where to follow
Go
you.
Intikana. That's Intikana. Intikana.
Tell them what it means one more time.
Intikana. I'm sorry, I just started chewing gum.
No, that's okay.
Intikana means instrument of the sun. It's a native Quechua word. Quechua is a native Incan language, which if y'all know about the Taínos, it is very much said in history that we migrated from South America through the Caribbean. And I had actually received my name in ceremony in Peru. That's where I got my name.
So everybody, go follow Intikana. There's a YouTube channel. There's a website.
Shout outs to David.
I'm going to get everything up on the website for you guys. So he'll be on the podcast later. I'll make sure he does my drops, and all the connection information will be there. You can go to my website. I'll have them up there. You can listen to the show. And yeah, we gonna
Yo, much love, and make sure y'all keep supporting Karen. You know what I'm saying? She's doing great work. She's working hard. She's staying focused.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy and honored to be a part of the show. And you'll come back
when
whenever you invite
drops.
me. Yes. When the album drops. Yeah. Got you.
Thank you for sharing the energy and the space with me. I love it. You're going to have to give me a little bit more heat for them, that they don't get. I got you. Some exclusive shit. But yeah, we'll talk to y'all later. We got to go. Thank you. Make sure you follow Intikana. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Peace, y'all.
That was fire, y'all. Oh my God, it was such good energy. I wish you guys were actually in the room. We could have kept going and we could have kept flowing, but we had to cut the time short because we're all on time restraints and that's just life. But big shout out to Intikana for coming onto the show and being so fluid and so liquid and so open to the energy and to the work that I'm doing and sharing your space and your energy and talent with me. I appreciate you, and love and blessings and much gratitude to you, and I'm rooting for you. And when the album drops, please come back. Thank you so much. For those of you who enjoyed Intikana today, you can follow him on Instagram. It's Intikana, Intikana. You can also go to his website at www.intikana.net, where you can find a little bit more about him and about the work that he does, the spoken word, the music, the poetry, the filmmaker, the educator, the lyricist, the visionary. It's all there. So definitely go check it out. Check him out. Follow the work that he's doing. It's impressive. It's impressive, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. And continue to support the artists that we support here on the platform. He works with hip hop theater. He works as a filmmaker. He works as a soundtrack artist. He works as a spoken word artist. And it's just so nice when you can meet a talent like that and kind of put that talent together and put it in front of you and then share it with somebody else. So appreciate all of you for listening and definitely showing love to the artists that I show love to, because we all need a space to say whatever it is that we need to say. So good looking out. Thank you for listening to another episode of Say It Loud. For all things Sayith, go to www.sayithloud, SAYITH loud.com. We got our merch up on the site. Make sure you cop a whole bag or a t-shirt. Make sure you click the donation or the Patreon subscription so that we can get you locked in and covered with all the behind the scenes, the videos, the bloopers, the details, and the discounts for the merch and the events. In the interim, if you're looking for Karen L or have any questions, want to book me or anything of that sort, or even if you just say, you know what, I got an idea, Kay, and I want you to participate in it, that's cool too. You can go to the website, click on the Say It To Me tab, and then you can say it to Karen L yourself. All right? Thank you for listening. I love you much. I hope you enjoy. If you love it, please make sure that you leave a review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can leave a review. If you don't love it, you know what? Not everything for everybody, and I understand that. Until next week, my loves. Be safe, be good, be blessed. We out.